Alright, okay. Ada masalah sikit. Nusuriani, tak nanti join balik. Right, the course name is Mobile Technology and Development. So by the end of this course, you should be able to describe the concept of mobile and ubiquitous computing, wireless technology and context awareness. And then you should be able to build mobile application with mobile technology, principle, design, technique, and development tools. So not only that you are able to build the mobile application, so build mobile application ni siapa-siapa pun boleh. And mostly even high school student nowadays can build their own mobile application. But especially for this course, it will teach you on the principle and design technique. So building for mobile device is different from when you are building for web. So there are certain principles that you have to adhere to make sure that your mobile application is usable on a mobile device level. And then finally, you should be able to display information management skill. So this is a code word for writing a report, okay? In work and tasks related to mobile technology. So information management ni maksud dia manage information lah. You have to manage the information, or in other words, you get the data and then present it or manage it in a meaningful way. So other words, you write a report. Right, this is the syllabus content. So I've already make it available for you for chapter 1 and 2. So you can browse it through and then next week I will cover it with some of my commentary. So I will try to create a video in explaining some of the concept. So usually the chapter 1 is easy. Okay, chapter 1 is relatively easy except for mobile computing concept ni saya akan create satu video special. A special video for you to discern the meaning behind mobile computing concept. You have to understand deeply about the concept before you are able to develop a mobile application. Okay, next we look into the mobile devices where you will learn about mobile technology, general purpose devices, and then the type of the devices we have targeted, and then the concept of ubiquitous computing. That is the computing that are embedded into your everyday life. So if you look around you nowadays, there are a lot of computers that exist in your day-to-day life when compared to 10 or 15 years ago. So if you look around you, so we have digital camera, okay, digital camera that usually do not have that historically that do not have computing power are being imbued with computing. So that is a concept of ubiquitous computing. You have smart TV. So previous TV are not that smart, do not have computing power. And then you have smartphone, of course. And then your car computer, your car have been embedded with a computer. And then of course, motorbike is also being embedded with a computer. So this is a concept of ubiquitous computing that we will explore during the classroom. Okay, and then also the concept of location awareness and context awareness. Okay, this is prevalent in mobile application development. So this is indifferent from other type of application development which do not imbue with location awareness and also context awareness. Right, we are skipping ahead to the assessment. So there will be 4 assessments, okay, including the final examination. So we will have 3 form of continuous assessment. So if you read here, you have 4, but actually you have 3. Because test 1 and test 2 will be combined together. Okay, test 1 and test 2 ni kita akan combine. Okay, we will combine both test 1 and test 2 together. So what you have here is individual assignment, group project, and test. So assignment, group project, and test. And then lastly, final examination. Okay, lastly, final examination. And then your transferable skill for this topic would be expert in the field in mobile application development. And then you should be able to create an application that is creative and innovative. So we expect when you are developing a mobile application, that mobile application should be creative and innovative. All right. This is the some of the book and the recommended text, but mostly we will follow Google guideline, and some of it we will follow iOS guideline. But mostly kita akan tengok Android CDD lah, compatibility documentation. Compatibility documentation, which is also included in this other reference. Alright, okay, enough with the briefing. So I'm going to talk about mobile application development. Okay, normally in application this subject, we will run the class in two forms. So first is the lecture for you to learn about the theory and then how to develop the mobile application within the context of the guideline given by the W3C and then the guideline given by Google for the Google Android ecosystem. And then we learn about the principles during the lecture. While in the lab session, we should be able to learn about practical, practical development of mobile applications. So we have to take all the principles and the guideline and then implement it in the practical manner. So practical, inside the practical session, because we do not have a lab, so we will learn about three types of mobile application. Okay, three types of mobile application. First is, of course, you have native, and then you have hybrid, and then finally you have web. Okay, web. So we have mobile native application, mobile hybrid application, and mobile web. So each of them have their own SDK. So we jump right through. Nanti saya akan ulang balik. Okay, I will repeat this back later during the formal practical session. But this is just for your information. Okay, just for the briefing for today. So for the native application, usually you would require an SDK. So the SDK can be in form of Android Studio. Okay, Android Studio. So most of the students should be able to download and use Android Studio to develop native application, right? And then if you have iOS, you can use Xcode. Okay, Xcode. This is for Android Studio, of course, Android, and then Xcode is for iOS. Okay, but mostly, according to my experience, none of the students would be able to develop in iOS. Okay, there are technical barrier. So the technical barrier is that the requirements. So the requirements for developing for iOS, you need to have an Apple machine. You need to have at least a Mac Mini or a MacBook. And then your MacBook must have at least 8 GB of RAM. And then it needs to be developed inside Mac OS 10.3, at least 10.3 OS version. So that's why most of the students are unable to develop an iOS application because of the barrier. So tak ramai ada MacBook. Okay, but for Android Studio, okay, Android Studio is not is better, but it's not far off. Okay, Android Studio requirements, you should have AMD or Intel computer, okay, computer or laptop, okay. And then dulu kamu kena ada Intel computer saja, but nowadays it has already improved. You can develop on AMD. Okay, and then at least 12. Okay, 12 gig of RAM. Okay, right. Definitely you cannot. You may be able to develop it in 8 gig of RAM. Kalau laptop umur ada 8 gig, probably you can develop it. But I can guarantee you, you cannot develop it if your laptop only have 4 gig of RAM. So for most of the time, you need 12 gig. So my own personal machine, macam komputer saya ni ada 32 gig actually. So 12 gig tu memang saya rasa barely minimum jugalah untuk develop Android application. Because my own machine have I have two type of machine, actually 3 type of machine. One my own personal laptop, and then the workstation here in UiTM that I bought myself. And then another computer is an Intel Skylake in my home. Okay, all of them have 16 gig of RAM except for my workstation in UiTM. I have 32 gig. So kalau 12 gig memang minimum lah, bare minimum. You probably can run it on 8, but I think it is slow to a crawl. You need at least 12 or 16. Better yet, you have 16. So if you are doing your final year project on Android, so I've already advised you to have at least 12 gig, or if you planning to. So RAM pun tak mahal sangat. Kebanyakan student yang buat FYP, dia orang akan keluarkan modal selalunya tiap-tiap tahun about 200 to 300 ringgit to buy an IoT, especially one that planning to do an IoT or mobile application, because you need to upgrade the RAM. So the rest are normal, okay? The rest are just normal. Okay, for hybrid, you actually also require SDK. For hybrid, you have you can learn about React Native. Apa yang saya nak sentuh hanya React Native. There are a lot more. They are React Native. They are Ionic. Okay, they are Ionic, and then they are Xamarin. Okay, Xamarin. Xamarin actually uses a PhoneGap or Ionic in the inside. So but most of the time, saya rasa saya can only sentuh React Native. I will only touch about React Native. Okay, why? Because React Native are much more simpler to install and to use, and then it can also be deployed as mobile web application. And then the rest are Ionic, you can explore it yourself. So, and then Xamarin, you require the use of Microsoft Visual Studio. And then it uses C#. It uses C#. Right, this one for Android, you mainly uses Java or Kotlin. So this one you use Java or Kotlin. So by this development, you need to be very proficient in Java programming languages. Okay, and then for web, mostly we will use HTML5. It's not just full HTML, but this is HTML5. Okay, with mobile design guideline from W3C. So some of the people may think that mobile web is not as powerful as native. Okay, that may be true, but you can create many form of mobile application just by using mobile web, just by using HTML5. So by using HTML5 to create a mobile web application, you can use the phone camera to capture the photo, and then you can access the microphone, and then you can access the accelerometer, and then you can also access the phone speaker to create a simple game or simple application or simple children multimedia application for learning. And then you can also access OpenGL or graphical library to create an exciting 3D game, okay, or 3D application. So this is something that you might want to ponder. So I advise for you to download or look for Android Studio, okay, to prepare for our practical session for next week. Tapi next week kita tak akan sentuh sangat pasal Android. Saya akan tunjuk. You have to prepare it at first by installing it on your laptop and then try to run the sample application, because sometimes kadang-kadang bila kita install pun dia ada sikit macam bug, so we want to root it the bug earlier before you have to create an assignment or group assignment with you. So okay, for the hybrid, you can look for the React Native website. There are React Native website. Ini saya akan tunjuk through a series of video. And then HTML5, macam biasa, you only need a text editor. I recommend you to use Notepad++ or Sublime. Okay, Sublime text editor. So you can use Notepad, Notepad++ or Sublime text editor. Okay, to do your HTML5 mobile application. Right, I think that's all for our class briefing. Sebenarnya saya dapat arahan supaya tak boleh buat kelas lebih daripada 45 minit. So I have to stop now because it don't want to burden the students. The rest, kalau kelas live saya tak boleh buat lebih daripada 45 minit sebenarnya. Kalau nak lebih saya kena buat video sebenarnya. So video is much more proper sebab I can explain it in much more interactive way. So if you have any question ke apa-apa, boleh tanya sekarang. We can sort it out. Alright? Okay, we can sort it out. So saya open lah kepada semua. Okay, other type of information, communication kita buat through WhatsApp lah sebab semua dah ada group WhatsApp.
Okay, sir.
Right, okay. For the average takat ni, okay. Saya dah record 3 SEM sebenarnya tak. Okay, 12 gig RAM for laptop, yes. 12 gig RAM for any type of computer, especially laptop, terutama sekali laptop lah. Dia tambah laptop lagi penting lah. Even especially for laptop sebab laptop dia lagi penat bila dia nak run. So it needs a lot of RAM to store the images in Android application. So actually I can show you a demo of Android Studio. Okay, this is a demo of Android Studio. So I'm running Android Studio. Hopefully you can see it on my screen. Tengok macam mana saya load Android Studio. Alright? Okay, macam ni. Alright, this is my own computer bila saya load Android Studio. Okay, nampak ke tak sempat nak nampak? Nampak kan?
Nampak, sir.
Okay, nampak. Okay, right? That's good. Okay, nanti kamu install Android Studio, kemudian kamu test laju mana Android Studio boleh load dalam laptop kamu lah. Kamu boleh gauge mana laju ke tak. And then, okay, and then you can run. Alright, I'm not trying to be supportive or not. Not supportive, but I know some of you are doing or planning to do FYP, okay, final year project for developing Android application. So I'm advising you to test your compute capability first, okay. Before you try to delve in, because during part 5 kebanyakannya akan plan, tapi dia tak test. So the thing is that you need to test, right? You need to test your application. So this is the Android Studio. So you can see the application inside here. It is perfectly replicated. So macam ni boleh buka and then kamu boleh tengok dia punya setting dia, boleh run. Dia semua sama macam phone biasa. And then when you execute your application, it will appear over here. So this is some of the application that I've created. So you can look over here and then look on over 3D. So suppose kamu boleh run macam ni lah. Okay, suppose kamu boleh run macam ni. Right. Kalau nak tahu kamu punya laptop tak ni kan, tak boleh run, kamu tak cukup RAM, kamu punya emulator ni dia tak boleh run smooth macam ni. Dia takkan boleh smooth macam ni. Ini dia smooth. So bila klik je dia keluar terus app. Okay, this is smooth. Ensure that you can be smooth. Okay, ensure that your emulator can be smooth, especially if you are planning to do your FYP. You have to test it now sebab kita tak mau nanti bila you sampai part 6 ataupun hujung semester baru sedap laptop tak capable. So at least now you have the chance to choose or make decision whether you want to use Android or other platform to develop a mobile application. But in my experience, there are also a lot of students that have capable computer which are able to develop complete Android application for their final year project. Tapi kebanyakan dia orang akan upgrade lah, dia orang akan upgrade letak RAM ataupun some of them yang extreme dia orang beli laptop baru. So this is the reality lah. But I'm not forcing you, I'm just telling you because we have alternative. Contoh macam ni lah. So video yang lain pula, perception pula. Okay. So because we have alternative, so this is the alternative, right? Okay. This is the alternative. You can create a hybrid. Okay. You can learn about hybrid, React Native, or you can use also web. Okay, web. Right. So okay, if you want to download the Android Google's Android Studio, you can download it from this website. Okay, developer.android.com. Okay, you can download the Android Studio here. Size lebih kurang 1 gig lah. Lebih kurang Android Studio. Lebih kurang 1 gig. Lepas download, dia akan download game emulator lebih kurang 500 MB. So 1.5 gig lebih kurang download total download. So ensure you have enough data. Kalau boleh use fiber optic. Okay, fiber optic network such as Maxis Fiber or Uni5. Right, okay. This is Android Studio. Right. Okay, ni macam scene yang saya tunjuk demo tadi. Right. E-scening and so on, real time. So there are a lot of tools in Android Studio which you can explore. Okay, and then ensure you have Android JDK. So Android JDK kena ada juga. Tapi kamu semua dah ambil dah kan subjek Java CSC444? Ke belum lagi?
Dah sir.
Okay. Kalau ada CSC444 tu ataupun yang lain, usually tak ada masalah lah, dah ada dah JDK. So I think that's all for my briefing. Yang ni pun saya tunjuk extra sahaja. Yang ni dia boleh tunjuk. Alright, okay. Okay, any question kita boleh follow up lagi dekat dalam WhatsApp atau apa-apa lah. So if you have any question more about mobile application in general, not just about the subject, mobile application in general, feel free to ask me from the WhatsApp. Okay. So for the attendance, attendance because of there is a problem. Okay, because there is a problem in your future. So that is a shame. So kamu kena isilah attendance form dekat dalam form yang saya buat sendiri ni. Kena isilah. Alright. Okay, that's the attendance form. Okay, I've put it inside the chat. Okay, inside the chat area in the Google Meet. So fill in your group name, and then the topic you learn here about briefing, okay, classroom and practical session briefing. Okay, don't worry. Setakat ni yang K3 semester previously tak ada student yang fail. So if you are not really have what you say a flair, okay, flair, or you do not have special ability in Java programming, don't worry, because this is not a Java class, and then you always have other alternative you can develop in mobile web application or in other platform that could eventually produce workable mobile web that can be run on mobile devices. Okay, I think yang tu saja kot. Okay, kita akan close up this classroom. If you have further question, you can ask in the WhatsApp. So for the rest of the week, please read on your notes on chapter 1 and chapter 2. And then for the next week, we will have another round of this live session. Okay, that's all. Nanti kita jumpa lagi.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Assalamualaikum.